It's okay. You just keep on with your conversation because the good people on YouTube will be able to hear me talk plenty. So we don't even have anybody on, so it's all good. So usually I can see if there's anybody actually watching. So right now we don't have anybody watching. So I had 10 at the most last time. But the neat thing is they can come back and watch it later. And oh, I've already got a thumbs up. So guess somebody's watching. You just never know. All right, I'm trying to get this angle correct on this fish. No, I like I said, I don't know what. You're welcome to come to Thanksgiving at my house.
I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I could go to the hostel. But I don't know.
Get this little paint scraper.
It's a bed and breakfast in Hiker's Hostel that I'm friends with.
I think it would be. I mean, I'm curious. With the people who go to the hostel, are they just hikers, campers? What is it?
I'm not sure. I've never been to their Thanksgiving. I went to the Halloween party and it was rocking. It was great. We go there a lot to eat. I don't know who it would be.
Right. It's interesting. I'd be curious to know what that is all about.
Well, it's probably going to be people staying at the B&B, although they don't have that many rooms. You know, they might have three rooms at the B&B, and then she probably takes in, you know, friends that are, you know, what we call stragglers. Like I'm a straggler that day.
Yeah, but that's kind of a neat thing.
Yeah.
It's like it gives people an opportunity to have family that doesn't have family at that spot.
Right. Yeah.
So when Brian goes back to Florida, I mean, do they have a whole? I mean, I guess they have a whole nother life there.
Oh God, yeah. They've got a beautiful life there.
Do they like it there best?
Carol does. Brian likes it up here best.
Interesting. Why does Carol have more of her family there?
Yeah. Well, Brian had a really nice big mansion of a house.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if I told you about all that. Then he got divorced and he bought out his ex-wife and he just loved that house. Loved it.
Right.
You know, tennis courts and a lagoon pool and wow, really nice on Merritt Island. Well, Carol inherited her mom's house in Cocoa Beach, and it was Carol's dream and determination to live at the beach. So Brian sold his house, which he's not happy about.
Right.
You know, he and they remodeled Cocoa Beach. It's very nice. It's right on.
So I want to go up on the top
the
here.
river. Are you
I am recording. It's okay because they probably can't hear your story as much.
talking about
Right.
family stuff now?
Right.
It's things.
I was gonna say probably the thing is they can hear some, but they're hopefully they're hearing me more. I hope you're hearing me more.
Yeah, I don't want to. I forgot.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. All right, there's that. So sometimes I talk a lot, and sometimes I just paint when I'm doing this. So I forget too. So I'm actually just using a combination of blue. It's the ultramarine blue, a little bit of King's blue, and the Hooker's green here. Reese, does Eric still fish?
No, not as much. He's pretty much all golf.
All golf.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I was saying like earlier, when I was a kid, I fished all the time. And I didn't even think about stuff. And if I had to gut a fish now, I don't know if I could do it. I haven't done it. when I would take Matt fishing, even when he was little, when Hannah would be in swim team practice, I would take him up to what we called Martin's Pond. Mr. Martin let me take Matt up there to fish. And I just always thought, I liked fishing as a kid. I'm thinking, well, maybe Matt would like that. And Matt liked fishing, but he didn't he wasn't going to hook a worm, So we used hot dogs. Hot dogs. We used hot dogs. And we used hot dogs, and we would catch bluegill like crazy on hot dogs. You can catch catfish on corn. We didn't have to kill things to fish. And that was best for, at that time. But I remember just being young enough to where, it was nothing. Like if you were fishing all day and, hey, are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. We'd gut a fish and make a fire and cook it. And we thought we were cool. That is cool. Well, but is it? I mean, I don't know that I'm that cool now. I don't know if I'd want to do that. I
want someone else to do it for me.
Yeah. That's it. I think I'm at that place in my life. I think I'm at that place in my life where I just want to say, okay, yeah, sure. I'm good with that, but as long as somebody else cooks it.
Well, if they catch it and clean it, I'm good with cooking it.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying, even when I was a kid, now I'd be mourning the life of this fish. I am funny like that now. It's
But you eat meat?
Oh yeah, I love meat. And like I said, I didn't grow up, but I have a degree in agriculture. So I've had to go through the process of a killing floor. I know what goes through, what happens to cattle and sheep and pigs. I get it. I understand it. And it has not affected me from not wanting to eat them. But if I had to do it myself, I'd become a vegetarian easily. Because I just couldn't do it.
You just fall in love with it.
Well, it's maybe because I understand the animal, or maybe because I feel the animal now. Maybe when I was younger, I just didn't think about it. And I think that's one of the things that is easy for us as consumers to not think about stuff, because it's easier that way.
That's why I think it's important for people to know where their food comes from.
I totally agree.
Like that burger you're eating is that cute cow next door to me.
Right. But also at least, I'm not saying that you suggest that somebody not eat it. Animal, respect the animal because we are omnivores. That's how we were designed. We're not necessarily carnivores. We are like bears. We're like raccoons. We're like animals and pigs. We are omnivores. We eat lots of different things. We can choose to eat plant-based life, but we would be missing out on a lot of our nutritional aspects because our body is not designed to only break down plant protein. So, yeah. Anyway, that aside, I don't know that I could be that person who would do it now. And like I said, I was a lot cooler when I was younger, I think.
Things were simpler for us then.
I guess. But did you fish as a kid?
A little bit. I didn't like putting the hook through the noses of the little fish or the worms and stuff. All that stuff, I don't like any of that stuff.
Right.
And I sure as hell didn't clean the fish. Screw that.
Well, when we were kids, we used to go.
No thanks.
We used to go living in New Jersey, New York area, and when we'd go visit my grandparents, it was not uncommon for us to go fluke fishing. That meant deep sea fishing. Or at least, we'd charter a boat, we'd go out on a boat all day long, and you would fish. And now, luckily for me, I was not one at that age. It would probably be a different story now. But at that age, I did not get seasick or motion sick at all. And we'd come back with all kinds of fish. And what I loved doing with my grandfather was gutting the fish and seeing what was in their stomachs. Yeah, true story. And I'm like, oh look, there's like little crabs, or oh look, it's just like this one didn't have anything to eat that day because it only has a little bit of squid that was on the, what we were using as bait. So I loved it. I loved the science part of fishing. But at that point, the fish were already dead, and I didn't have to think about it. I didn't think about it.
Not a fan of fish guts.
Not a fan of fish guts.
I can't.
But did you fish as a kid, Reeves?
Yeah, I told you I did.
What did you fish? What did you like?
Well, I mean, we would fish for bluegill, I mean, at the lake and for carp and,
Right.
We fished on a barge out in the Pacific, off the coast of California. That was fun.
Yeah. I would say it would be.
Fun to, be on a barge and hang out.
yeah.
When we would go visit my grandparents, they lived in Rhode Island for a while. And I remember we would go meet the lobster boats coming in. You'd go to the wharf, or like to the dock or the wharf or whatever you call it, and they would bring in the lobsters. And we would pick the lobsters out that we wanted. And I remember just being fascinated by that whole process. Well, I remember I got a lobster. My dad let me have it because they put the pegs, in their claws so they couldn't snap you. And I made friends with this lobster. Well, that's not a good thing for a kid. You don't make friends with your food. And I remember it was, because it's a crustacean, they can breathe air, but they have gills, but they bubble. They make foam where their gills are so they can continue breathing air. And I was like, I'm going to name him Bubbles, and he's my friend. And, well, I remember Bubbles was my dinner. And I remember feeling really kind of remorseful about this animal that I made friends and named Bubbles, and I was going to eat him. And isn't it funny, right? I remember at an early age being kind of like, I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things that kind of stays with you for a while. But no, I do like lobster. It didn't prevent me from wanting to eat lobster. It's just that now, I don't know, I'm just different. All right, I'm taking a little ivory black and going right through the top of this because there's this interesting shine. It goes right down to here.
You're having your bathroom back.
Having what?
Your bathroom visits.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. But I hate the fact that I'm going to have to stay closed for a while. There's one person watching. I can see that there's actually a person online watching. Yay. Thank you for being here. Well, and I'm hoping they'll go ahead and give me a nice vanity. And when I talked to Steve the other day, he's like, well, Aaron said just to put the same stuff back. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm calling you out on that. You made me wait 5 months for this thing. I'll talk to Aaron. We're getting a thing. And then he looked in the sink. He goes, well, your sink is actually cracked. I said, yes, it is, as a matter of fact. I think the toilet can get cracked, too, if you need it to be cracked. So you have to replace it. I'm just like, you know what?
Crack it?
Right, go ahead, destroy that bowl. We're going to crack that thing. Oh, so here it is. I know my son is not watching my YouTube channel, so I'm going to go ahead and say this stuff because I can. So Matt has gotten a bidet.
What?
A bidet.
Oh,
He is like, oh, Mom,
I
it's...
thought that Matt has got a date.
No. I wish. He has a bidet. And he goes, Mom, it's life-changing. You're going to want one. I mean, it has warm water. It has a blow dryer. It's got everything. He's like, this thing is... And so I'm actually considering one. But he says, you're going to want one for the studio. And I said, no, sweetheart. I'm not sharing my personal
You need to know.
bathroom hygiene with the rest of the world. Nope.
Nobody needs to do that.
No.
I mean, it's gotta be a personal thing.
That's what I said. I said, I'm not doing it. He goes, but Mom,
That'd be over the top. Yeah.
which bathroom do you use the most? And I was like, well, probably there, but no, I think I want it for the.
Intimidate people.
I know, right? Thank you. Thank you for verifying that. So,
Keep one of those.
just like any toilet. It actually has a self-cleaning, it's like a self-cleaning thing on it too. I don't know, I think it's, and I was like,
Seth wants to put one in their new house.
yeah.
He's totally.
And so, my other children, Jalen and Asia, also have a bidet. And so they were talking about it at dinner. And they were like, oh no, it's life-changing. You gotta have one. And I'm like, really? And Hannah's like, really? I think I got this whole bathroom thing down. And they're like, no, Hannah, you've not tried a bidet. You'll be like that. And I have never used one before, so I have no concept of. And I'm respecting the fact that my son probably doesn't want me using his toilet, but I'm kind of like a
So
little.
he got one and installed it in your house?
It's in his bedroom, in his room. So, yeah.
So he got a new commode or?
No, it's like a toilet seat.
Okay.
They have them at Costco, I think.
No, he got a Toto, and a Toto is who is like the ones who. It's a Japanese brand that is kind of like the most innovative of that. Trust me, if Matt has it, he knows what he's getting. And
He wanted one for a long time, or
he's been talking about it. He's been talking about it. So, okay, so I have 2 people on right now. I've got 3 thumbs up. So for the 2 people that are listening to this conversation, do you have a bidet? If not, have you ever tried one? And is it as life-changing as I'm being led to believe? Leave it in the comments section. I want to hear what you have to say. So, but he's been like considering one for a while. And it just happened that on Amazon, they were on like major sale. And so he's like, I'm getting this.
well, good.
I just didn't know if y'all had ever.
No, I've been in a bunch of European hotel rooms that had them, and I'm like, what do I do with this?
Well, I think that once I get like one of these checks comes through from one, I may actually purchase one. I'll let you know. I'll let you go to the bathroom because I'm not as stingy with my toilet as my son would be. And if you really want to try one out, I will be that girl because I'm just that generous with my toilet. But yeah.
I wish your floor doesn't cave in on me. I'm good in there.
I know. And so when Steve came in yesterday, Steve is the contractor who's going to be doing the work in the bathroom here to fix
Is that
it.
the guy who was supposed to help you on all this?
He was one of the, no, that was a different guy, but he left. He's like, I am done with
That
Aaron.
started with an R, right? That guy.
No, Roy, yeah. So Roy is done with Aaron, I think, and that's okay, I get it. I'm not even concerned that Aaron is watching my video, because I'm pretty sure he's not, so I can say what I'm going to say. Unless I find out, yeah, Sue, I've been your biggest fan. I'd be like,
Well, fix my freaking toilet.
that's right, exactly. Then you should have come in here 5 months ago and fixed this toilet. But no, he came in and he said, you're not in danger of falling through anytime soon.
Oh, anytime soon.
Anytime soon. And I'm like, not exactly the most comforting thing anybody wants to hear. And I said, this could have been done 5 months ago and probably could have been done a lot cheaper than it's going to take. Now it's going to take, he's saying it's going to take a week and a half to do.
Well, even more than this,
It's interfering with my,
not only could have been done, this should have been done.
right.
That's BS.
We can say bullshit. It's okay.
That's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
It's like, yeah, totally falling down on the job, landlord.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like how they're like, oh, well, you're lucky for me to have come fix it. You're not falling through the floor yet. Really?
Well, but I'm just ready to get it done, and I'm afraid to like not have him come do it. Because if I thought, well, you know what, it would be better if you waited till after the first of the year. And then I don't have to worry about the holidays and yada yada. But you know what? If I push them away, I'm likely, oh, we've got another project to start, and I would not get it done. And I'm like, I can't not have it done. It has to be done.
It'll be done.
So it will be done. And
Tell him he needs to throw in back the day with it.
well, that's what Matt said. Matt said, well, you should get Aaron to make you should make Aaron get you a bidet. And I'm like, Matt, I can't make Aaron get me anything. He wouldn't even do this when it was important that I felt it needed to be done. And so,
Reeves, you need help?
That's got it. Thanks.
but I think it's funny, right?
Why? I think you better take care of that shit before.
'Cause-
Sorry, painters.
sorry to all the good people on YouTube.
Sorry.
Just so you know, folks on YouTube, this is what's going down in here. We've been painting since what, 1 o'clock? When we're thereabouts. And you know, we're into this a little bit. We are drinking wine, because you know what? This is how our life is. We drink wine, we paint. So you guys are kind of in for a treat, because you're getting to hear what really happens in the studio.
Secretaries.
You're in for a treat. So again, I am just painting, y'all. If you want to ask questions, obviously I can't see the questions right now, but I will be able to answer stuff. When this becomes an actual video and is not a live stream, then I can answer your questions. So you see me, I'm just kind of putting some of the highlights on this fish. And trying to figure out where all the shine goes. Are you coming back on Friday? You're gonna. So will you be here Friday to paint and then stay for the?
You have to. Probably. I'll let you know.
All right, keep me posted.
Yeah.
We'll have. You know what? Then that's when he comes after. So if you come paint and then he comes and joins you, that'd be good.
I'll be dressed, but
I'm probably not going to be that crazy. The closing is not as, and folks, what we're talking about, we have a student show here at the studio, and we're talking about our closing reception here. So we're talking about what we're wearing and what we're doing. I'm probably going to be wearing exactly what I wore this day. I'm just hoping I can run. And so Anne's going to be here, so I'll be able to leave the studio unlocked, and I can run home and take my dog home. But I'm probably not changing my clothes. So I'll be whatever I am, okay? So don't be worried about that.
I'm gonna be working at,
You're going to be working it.
oh no, I thought I was at Habitat that day. I met Habitat this morning, this is why I look like a slob.
you look great. You should look at me. I never dressed.
It's cold in there.
I dress comfortably in life. All right, love you, sweetheart. Be safe on your way home.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. So we're doing a little bit of gill action. She's a keeper, that one. That one is a keeper. So I'm putting little shines in, and I'm looking here, and this one's got a little shine right here. I need that to be shinier. I hope that you can't hear all the music playing, otherwise I'll have to like mute it out.
That means she's gonna have to mute us too, huh?
No, we're good. I'm just talking really loud so they don't hear the music playing in the background so that I don't get a copyright hit. That's the thing. Sometimes that happens. It's kind of the sucky part. I don't want to get it. I don't want to get us hit. Okay, so that comes out over here. So we're bringing this part of the bottom jaw.
Jewel.
It's a jaw. The fish jaw.
Like what, Jewel?
Hot dog. Hot dog and fish jaws. You know what? I'm going to switch modes. And I'm going to go with this small little brush. Are you still good, Anne, with the brushes that you're using?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm mixing a little bit of the Yellow Lake, and this is Yellow Lake, Cad Yellow Light, and Titanium White. And I'm going to start kind of putting in some of these spots where we kind of did this little. We're going to put some of these little spots in. So are you gonna work on Saturday at Habitat?
Yeah, 1 to 4.
Okay. All right, well then if you have time, you can come here and paint on Saturday.
Well, thanks. Well, yeah, what I need to do is I gotta make a stop at Do Good Goods. Got a
Okay.
car full of stuff, and then get to Habitat by 1 o'clock.
You should be able to do that.
I should be able to do that.
Because we finish up at 12. So we start from 10 to 12 here on Saturday morning.
I think Do Good Goods opens at 10? I'm not
Okay.
sure. Hopefully I'll have a bunch of this cranked out.
Well,
That'd be fun though.
yeah, well then you just get a little bit more time. I have a new girl starting.
Uh-huh.
Her name is Stephanie Blade. She came on Thursday
Oh, good.
and for Sip and Stroll.
Uh-huh.
And so she's wanting to start.
Oh,
And
cool.
so that's
You
a,
have mentioned before that you have a new.
yeah,
Have a new.
a new girl.
Good.
So that's nice.
Awesome. And I loved Michelle.
Oh, Michelle's a
Is
doll.
she coming Friday night? Are you telling me?
I hope so. I will talk to her. I will mention it to her. And you know what? She's a new painter, but she's new painter for me, but she's done a lot of abstracts and she's done a lot of other works. And I may invite her to come on one of the days we're painting at the house.
Oh, good.
Just so I want her to feel included. I think, and I'm not worried about that, and especially if it's at the house, it's going to be a little bit more casual painting situation.
Yeah.
She's a doll, and I know she wants to have some new friends, and she's a good one. I want to pull her in. So,
Good.
not that I don't want to pull all my students in, but I'm just saying she's new to this area, and
Not this Friday, next, right?
yeah, next Friday. We're still painting here just like usual.
That's D-Day,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yes. So we'll be able to get it done. Da-na-na-na. Okay, let's see here. We're getting
Now,
some.
this guy in the beak looks pretty.
It doesn't look bad from here.
It looks weird in front.
Remember, he's going to have a lower jaw that's a little bit flat. So it actually looks pretty good. You've got to remember that little line here, the little beak crack.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to want to bring it across so you're going to see it. It's hard to see.
Okay.
Try it.
Maybe that'll help.
This is too high.
Oh, you're right.
That's too high. Try that again.
Thanks for playing.
There you go.
Sucks.
Thanks for being a contestant on. Thanks for playing. I like
Yeah,
that.
was way high, too high, thank you.
Yes.
Wonky-eyed.
He's like, what?
Oh, yeah, this, okay. So now
I'm putting a little bit of blue here.
where it's supposed to be. I think the other one's too low, too.
So what I'm doing here is I'm taking some titanium white and King's blue, and I'm only loading let's see if you can see, the little tip there of this brush. There's these interesting little spots on this fish that look like bullseyes, for lack of a better word, that have red dots in the center. And I really want to capitalize on those little red dot spots because they're really cool. They don't seem to go much above, well, that's not true. Some of them are above this line. I just think brook trout are the most beautiful little fish. They're just little jewels. Never know. Okay, we're getting that in there. I might just see what I can do with those. And they have red in the center. Who doesn't like a little red dot? So when you're loading your brush, only load the paint on the very tip. And we're gonna grab in there and get in that little spot. Just I am told. We're getting those little spots in there. So we might might not finish the whole painting today, but we're gonna get a lot of it done. We're gonna try to get as much as we can get done.
Note to self, don't wipe the brush on your good jeans.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, note to self. We all make notes to ourselves, don't we, though? Who made? We got one person. One person. Hey, go tell a friend to come watch. You know what? We can have more than one person. I'm going to actually change my color to a little bit of a darker version to go do some of the yellow spots that are actually hiding up in here. And they're just because the light is such that you can't really see it. I didn't scratch them out, right? You know my name, babe.
Should I be like coloring the sides of these now?
You can if all right, so you have a couple, so you can actually leave it copper if you want to, if you have everything else
I
clean.
got crap on it.
Okay, then paint it. Go ahead and paint them, but don't leave them on that, on
Oh,
the,
yeah, right.
because they'll
Yeah.
make a mess on my,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
gotcha, you got me, do you get me? Do you get my drift? Do you understand me?
I was just gonna do it while I have these colors.
Sure. Since the curve of the fish is kind of going over the top here, we don't want to do the bright yellows because the way the light would hit it, it wouldn't be bright. So it's somewhat muted. So we're just kind of making these little spots.
Now, when we put this dark blue all over your new white studio,
Say that again?
you don't want me to put this gray blue all over your new white studio?
Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. Not for me anyway. You know, it might be beautiful, but
Not today.
not today.
Not today, Satan.
That makes me think of the candy corn TikTok about oh God, I can't even think of it now. It's like a little dance. It's like we're gonna do the candy talking about the candy corns and how not to gain weight over Halloween. I don't know. It's a goofy, stupid video. I've laughed at it every time I see it because I'm kind of goofy and stupid. But she'll talk about, well, Satan's gonna shake them corns, and I don't know. I can't even tell you what it is. And I kind of it's done as a joke, but every time I see it, I laugh, and it's totally ridiculous.
I didn't have any candy corn this Halloween.
I don't like candy corn. I'm probably one of the only people in the world.
A lot of people don't like it.
I just think it's gross, and I can't eat.
Whole Facebook pages about it.
Oh, really? So that's like a thing.
Yeah.
I've never been a candy corn enthusiast.
Oh,
It's funny, when I was in Knoxville Monday, I went into one of the art galleries. It's actually a co-op. And I just go in to talk to the artists that are working, just to, say, what are you doing? What's selling? How's it going? Kind of thing.
yeah, good.
And there was this young couple that were in there, and they were not from around. They were just visiting. And so one of the artists asked, "So, are you an artist?" And he said, "No, I'm an art enthusiast. What did he say? Am I a minor enthusiast?" And the kid was probably 19 years old. And we all kind of chuckled in our, to ourselves as we're minor enthusiasts. It's like, okay.
Does that mean we kind of like art?
Yeah, but he was trying to be really, I don't know. It just was cute. We all kind of were like, no, isn't that cute? I'm a minor enthusiast.
He doesn't know a lot about it, but he likes it.
Yeah, I guess we'll go with that. I just thought, but it was so funny. He was like, you've got some really pretty things here. They were being sweet. They were young kids.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of cute the way they were.
It's cool that they felt comfortable to go in there.
Right. No, Knoxville's got some nice little galleries like that are, and so that's why I was kind of just checking it out. I had been there before, and I like to talk to other artists.
Yeah.
Who?
That one today, they came by.
Oh, that was Jennifer Phipps. Jennifer Phipps does some beautiful work, very old worldy.
When you say old worldly lady,
You go look at Reeves' sheep, and that's what I mean. The colors tend to be somewhat muted, and the colors are muted. They're just think of an old English painting that you would see in a wall in a pub someplace.
yeah.
Then that's her work is it's very beautiful, very old world. That's how I would describe it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look her up again, because you had showed me that a while ago.
Yeah. She's very nice, and she's very, I like her work. Let's see, do I need to bring that up a little bit? Set it.
I'm not streaking the sides or anything, I'm just doing them like that, all around.
Right. Yeah. We're just doing what we think are reflective lights here.
I haven't used any oil at all today, I love it.
Sometimes that's the best way to go. I try to use as little different mediums as possible sometimes, yeah. Like I've not used any oil on this one because I'm trying to do it kind of alla prima. It's obviously this piece, folks, if you're watching, this probably won't get finished all in one day. I probably will finish it tomorrow. But the more oil you add, the longer it takes for it to dry. So I might use Gamsol just to clean my brush off between swipes, but I clean off the Gamsol before I reload my brush. So, who made you king?
Ain't got no time to let it dry.
Not this time. Trying to get this stuff to the gallery. All right, so, folks, you're going to have to give me a minute because I have to go to the restroom. Sometimes that happens.
I was gonna say something, but I won't.
You can say, well, I don't have the benefit of the day for this. Look at you with your little pieces. I'm very proud of you. You're able to knock these out in a short period of time.
Well, I think they need to be refined.
Well, that's what Friday's for. You'll knock all three of them out. All right, folks,
And
we
I
got
gotta
that.
do some more Friday too, but I'll do it. I'm thrilled.
You should be. That's a lot of work, and it's a big change from the way you're used to working.
Oh, yeah. Should I text him and say I have some on the way?
It's up to you. Hey, I personally am not going to mention him. I'm going to just say, when you bring when you bring your paintings, I'm just going to say, oh, I'm bringing some of Suzanne's pieces. And I'm just going with that way.
I don't know if I should, since
You can.
I've not been engaging for so long, maybe
Right.
it's good to.
Yeah, do it.
So he'll know that I'm serious.
Well, that's it. Go ahead and say, hey, I'll be coming on such and such a day. I will be coming with of some cardinals per your request. And I'll bring some of Sue's pieces.
Do you want me to say that? I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can tell him. It's fine. I don't care.
Well,
He's been wanting me to send pieces.
Yeah,
And
I figured we could like make his night.
we'll make his life.
If I said I was bringing yours.
No, you're going to say that just because you're bringing yours too.
Well, I gotta send him pictures of these anyway, so he can okay them.
I just let him, if he wants to take them, he can take mine. If he doesn't, well, whatever. I'll send him to another gallery.
He's always gonna take yours.
He's always trying to say, well, I really need your whatever. He's good. You know, Steve is good because he knows what he's selling. And I'm really happy that he was able to sell the wolf piece.
I can picture that wolf piece, I know exactly.
Well, it was here for a while, you know, and
Is it up there?
no, it was about this big,
He's the wolf's left standing there.
just standing there.
Yeah.
And it was done with a very limited palette because it was done for a workshop. And I was surprised because he didn't say, hey, I sold this
Was
piece.
it that wolf man?
The Wolfman. You know, I sent that piece over to Twigs and Leaves. Twigs and Leaves has it
You know
now.
who I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Mr. D. Wolfman.
Yes, I do remember. And that was just the weirdest thing. Come on, admittedly, that was the weirdest day
I'm glad I was here to witness it.
to witness the guy.
That was hinky.
It was totally hinky.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would say with that whole experience, and folks online who are listening, I'll say there's like nobody here, so that's okay. Nobody can hear the story. I can see who's on and not on. Right now,
Not that you're nobody.
I've had 4 thumbs up and currently jump off, so it's fine. Nobody is listening. But
Does this get recorded for?
yes, it does. So it will be a video. So we have to be careful. Oh, we have to be careful. But what was, you know, that whole experience was such a weird event to be involved in it, but it was fun, and I'm glad, even though I did not sell the Titian painting, it was still fun to be a part of that process, or trying to, and getting to know all the players in the event. It was just, it was fun. It was fun. Okay, I'm going to use some King's Blue, and I'm going to do some reflection.
I like wolves. I really like wolves.
Is that how he said it? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
He was looking for that Titian painting.
Are there any wolves in here?
You know what? Yeah, because he was from.
I have a Titian.
Yeah, I have a Titian back here in the bathroom if you want to buy it. I'll sell it to you cheap, man. $50, you can have this Titian. That was just like, oh, okay. Oh, that little dog. But what was even better about that whole situation was being able to sit across from him at a restaurant and call him out on his shit. I think that was the best part of that whole
Yeah.
experience. And
He was trying to call you.
yes, he was trying to be sly because he thought I was selling that painting on the down low, and he was going to have I don't know, that was just a funny, and I was like, yeah, but I won't sneak around and try and pretend I'm somebody I'm not.
Oh, did you say?
Yeah, I did. I told him right to his face, looking right at him. I said, yeah, but I won't come to somebody's gallery and pretend that I'm, on false pretenses. I'm sorry, but I wasn't going to let him think he had one on me.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, yeah, exactly. I said, I'm not going to go, I will not have false pretenses in my approach to things. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Do you care if I use some more of your copper, and I'm gonna prep these?
Nope, go right ahead. Yeah, it is. You can use other colors. You don't have to use copper, but if you're already in that, you're welcome
I
to.
don't care, whatever.
That's fine.
What do you want me to use up?
No, that's fine. I probably would rather you use the copper because I have to keep my other acrylics for the the other project.
Oh, okay. Great, well, I can get you a tube of copper too.
No, honey, you're fine.
This way I'll be all prepared for Friday. And I can start 2 more.
There you go.
Okay.
I like the way you're talking. taking a little ivory black and just kind of going right in there. I hate when my monitor times out. I want you to have it. Come on. Yeah, I could tell I'm getting tired. I've been at it a while today. Yeah, well, dark happens a lot sooner than it used to. Isn't that weird though? And that I told Hannah when she's away, when she goes to Middle Tennessee, get used to it being dark at 4 o'clock.
What?
Yes, it gets much darker in Middle Tennessee sooner. Well, my friend in New York's, if I'm talking to him, and we're on video chat, it's darker there. He's driving home in the dark at 5:30, and it's like completely dark.
Yeah, it was
Like nighttime dark.
San Diego was like that.
So I get it. Different areas darken up faster or sooner. Oh, there's a fly. I don't know if anybody saw it, but it landed right there, and it very likely will become part of the painting now. Oh well, I hate to be a gnat, but you're gonna.
Organic.
Yes, and he's on there, and he is now I had a painting. Yep, he's stuck in there, and he's fly fishing. He's in there, man. He is right there, and he is becoming part of the painting. I had a bluebird painting. Remember when we were out on the patio and we were painting, and the bluebird, the Yenmin blue. That happened, and that painting sold, and it sold with the gnat stuck on the paint, as this one will. And
I did one like that too,
in Hawaii,
yeah.
I think it's funny.
Had a fly in it. Clear coat that sucker.
It's becoming part of the artistic process. So what was funny was somebody bought the painting. So a lot of times people buy my work and I never know who bought it. So, but I have prints available. So if you go to my website at sbjfineart.com, you can find the bluebird painting, and that bluebird painting, you can see, if you look in the upper kind of left-hand corner of the painting, there's a little gnat. Well, I had somebody bought one of the prints online, and she brought them in to show me how they were framed, because she bought them from my website. She bought the prints from my website, but she had them framed locally. And I explained to her the story. I said, "You see that little spot?" And she goes, "I didn't even notice it." Well, let me tell, and I had to tell her what it was. It was a gnat that got adhered to the paint. And I don't know if y'all can see this little guy, he's right there, and he's like struggling. He's stuck in that paint, but that little guy is gonna become a part of the painting. So, FYI, I should say that this one is for Steve. But if people like watching this, they're like, "Oh no, I've got to buy that painting." I'll sell it to you. And you know the story now. There's a gnat stuck to it. And so you can buy it and the gnat.
Extra for the gnat.
Yeah, extra for the gnat. Actually, he's just I don't think he intended to be part of the scene, but you know what? He is now.
Immortalized.
He is immortalized. He has become part of the scene. Isn't that funny? Okay, there's that fin, and I may go back and do some more detail on that fin later. Just so you know, folks, I am drinking wine, and I'm probably going to wrap this up because I don't want to get messy, because sometimes messy can happen. Right, Anne?
Yes.
Sometimes messy happens. But I see this little gold. I don't want it that gold. I want it this gold. So folks, I'm using this little brush. It's the Michael, excuse me. It's the Michael Klein Painting Company through Rosemary. And I think I got this brush as one of the, if you're curious, I got it when I bought the Michelle, it was either the Michelle Dunway set or the, I bought it the other set, which is the Kyle Moss set. So some of the sets come with other brushes. Excuse me. So that's where this little brush came from. And it is like a little synthetic brush. I would call it, even though it doesn't say, it says it's a number 8. It's a synthetic pointed round. It's working wonderfully, and I've been using it a lot. So just wanted to throw that out there for somebody who might.
Yeah, I need to look at that.
Yeah, it's, the last set of brushes that I got was great because I was able to get it with my, excuse me, with my affiliate. Basically got a whole lot of brushes through the affiliate program. So I didn't have to, oh boy, that little fly is like stuck. And now it's breaking my heart because he's struggling.
Oh, still?
Yeah, well, you know what? I can't kill him because he's like stuck on there and I don't want to blot my painting. So he's kind of out of luck on this one.
Drop some wine on it?
Right. Maybe I'll give him a little drink of wine just so it's not so bad. Just go with the death, my friend. You know, just go ahead and die peacefully and don't make such a fuss.
Yeah. Bad time to fly in here today, Matt.
Exactly. Let's see. Let's put this in here. All right, let's see what else I can do here. Yeah, I can tell I'm getting tired. I started this piece probably about 10:45 today, and then I had to take time to go walk the dog, you know, eat lunch, all that good stuff. And
Yeah, it's almost 5:45, so.
yeah, I'm probably gonna finish up.
It's a long.
And I'll give this poor little fly a little opportunity to die in peace, and I won't have to watch him. But I will paint a little bit more of the background. Folks, I am going to wrap it up for the day. We're almost been on an hour. What I'm doing is I'm just going to take a little bit of, oh, I grabbed a brush I didn't know I was grabbing. It wasn't the one I wanted, but it's okay. It's a little bit of the Hooker's Green and Raw Umber that I'm putting up here. And just kind of popping that in there. Just getting all the surfaces painted. And obviously I need to add more green paint because we're done with the green here. And I'll probably come back tomorrow and finish this one up. I need to have some green in there. Prussian green. That's not the one I need. It is. Isn't it funny when you're looking for the color, it's not coming up. There it is, Hookers. Hookers. I like Hooker's Green. It's a little earthier than, it's still a blue-green, but it's a little bit more earthier than Viridian, so it's one I like. All right, we got this in here. And folks, I hope you enjoyed today's video so far. Like I said, this is a live stream. This will become a video with all the interesting conversations that happen here at SBJ Fine Art. If you have questions about anything I covered today, please leave it in the comment section. I'll be glad to get to it. And I'm going to leave this alone, and I will return to it tomorrow because Steve, if you're watching, this one's coming your way, man. Along with some other pieces. All right, that's where we're stopping today. We'll finish it up tomorrow.
Are you off?
Not yet, but from Kingsport, Tennessee. I'll show you where we're at. You can see the palette. Maybe it was a weird angle, but this is becoming the brook trout, and there's still a lot more refinement to happen, but we'll get it next time. So until next time, be staying tuned. I'll go ahead and finish this piece up tomorrow, so I'll catch you later.